Hello everybody and welcome back to WoW Mods, and this time around, don't worry, I know it's kind of crappy weather right now, but it'll do for what we're looking at. So today we're continuing looking at that area of the Elven mod pack, but it is the troll side. So right now we are in Arathi Highlands, and this here is where the Witherbark village used to be. And what I mean is, the old village used to be. The Witherbarker's still here. So obviously I haven't changed everything. There's an ADT line that crosses somewhere around there, which means it's sort of like the cutoff point. So I haven't modded these particular parts of the village. But once we get past this, then we actually switch in from like the jungle troll aesthetic into the actual forest troll one. And yeah, we have come across here what is the new sort of center of the Witherbark thing. It's very plain. I haven't done it. It was just like a very rough draft, so I don't immediately want to show you off this area. I will come back to this and add some elements and make it really interesting. What I wanted to show you here was just some of the elements that had been changed for some of this stuff. And one of the things that I had added is that though these are forest trolls because they have green skin, but they didn't have any of the larger forest troll models. And that is until you start looking at this guy. So this guy here is pretty much, I made him and I integrated him into the game. Let me just show you his name. He is a Witherbark warrior, and he's got his face painted, and similar to some of the other skins. Now, it's not huge. I didn't completely draw him from scratch. He's essentially a recolor. But he's a recolor in a very unique way and adds to, I think, the Forest Trolls look and feel. Now, one of the things there's several of them that they are now patrolling this area, and they are the similar level to the other Forest Trolls, the other Witherbarks. I had actually given them some very mean-looking axes, which they still have if you give them the chance to fight with you, they'll actually pull them out. I don't know why they disappeared, but, bugs, bugs, bugs. This guy here, because he is not moving, he's static, you can actually see, whoa, you can actually see the axes. So that is quite brutal when you think about, coming to this Witherbark village. This is what you're going to be facing off with. And I think it came out really, really great. I wanted a troll that had used the large forest troll body model, but also had the same colors as the Witherbarks. So we did that by replacing a skin that I didn't like in the game. And yeah, you have them around the village. Here what we've done is hasn't been a huge thing. We put a little bit of like details from the forest troll. This path I need to rework on. This is just, it was bare minimum. Like, I had not touched this side of the Witherbark world at all. So we just have some stuff. Here I sort of like took the time to deck everything out in a very interesting way. I don't think I'm going to do that for all the homes. I think that one was because I think I'm going to put a witch doctor NPC in there. So he's going to have sort of the more fancy home. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I've now shown you sort of the immediate outside area as well as the new NPC. What I need to show you now is the Troll Pass. And the Troll Pass is essentially how you get via land to the Elven lands or Elven area. You got that good-looking criminal warrior there, is how you get by land. But of course it's controlled by the trolls. It's controlled by the trolls from the Witherbark tribe, as well as the trolls from the other tribe, which I'm currently forgetting their name, who have now settled up this pass. Now, we've been here before. You've all seen this path before, but it was very different, very rough, very unrefined. And so the pass now is just it's just really nice. It has all these little nooks and crannies and details about it, which just, I mean, going both forwards and backwards, you can see how, um, there's been a fair degree of look, just that thing holding the skulls and these things sort of like guarding you from falling off. And in fact, if you go over here, you can actually see the lower town over there, and just sort of go these sort of winding paths up into the mountains. And can't really see all that much because of the fog, but yeah, you can definitely see how there's a bit of like crumbling stone and just little nooks where I will have NPCs here, troll NPCs which will be patrolling, but it's just it was just a bit of a pleasure to do this particular area and just have it feel right, and it feels right, in many different ways. So if we go into this area here, you will realize we are now in the Troll Woods area. I still have not done a lot of work on this part of the forest yet, so I'm not going to go there. We might just get a little bit closer, just so that you have a point of comparison if we look at any further videos. Just see how it's pretty much how I last left it, which is fine if that's what you want. Now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to show you what it looks like going back in reverse, because obviously experiences from areas like these stones that are just so beautifully integrated into there. The experience of going back and forth through these paths is different when you do it one way and then the other, and it's great. It just gives you, it allows you to see these vantage points, and you can see a bit more when it's not like just absolutely pouring and there's just mist and fog everywhere. But I think that's it. So I've got a couple of other little projects. I'm trying to tackle smaller areas and smaller segments, so that I have sorry about that, so that I have something to show you on a more regular basis, as opposed to me saying I'm going to undertake a city and I'll see you whenever I get some considerable work done. This has been, it's pretty rewarding. You get to design areas that are transit areas between one area and the other, and so so I'll be working on several little projects, but that will be fun. I mentioned before that I'm going to be working on Stromgard. So I'll be working on that. I'll be refining a bit of this area as well as the areas on the other end. And then I'll be, of course, working on the forest. And that's all really to be part, because as you saw before, that's really just connected to the elven area, and the elven area has the other pass on the other side of the mountain down to the beaches. So that's, a considerable chunk. There's also some editing going on in the middle part of Arathi Highlands, because I added some stuff at Refuge Point. And then if I'm actually looking at editing Stromgard, we're looking at a lot of edits to a fairly large blizzard zone, and I think with the chunks we've added to them, I mean, that'll increase the size of the areas, or the zones of the player zones, considerably. But anyways, I think I'm going to leave you to that. I'm actually going to just trick my GM powers off and see, look, he's got his axes. So we will be coming back next week. We'll be looking at, I think we're going to be looking at the Stromgard mod. If we don't look at the Stromgard mod, because there's nothing really ready for me to show yet, then we'll come back to the Troll Woods. We'll come back to either this village and just adding, all the little details and all the things that we would want, or the Troll Forest. One of the two. One of the three, actually. So until then, everybody, take it easy.